senior football players and parents, if you'd please come out to the north end zone.
I'll stay here, I guess, for now.
Okay, where on the field are they coming? I know, but where are they going to stand?
Did you see the inlet?
I don't think so. Where are they going to stand?
They're going to stand on the track. Or on the field, like on the 50. Along the 50.
Let's go, Derek!
You're in the camera. You're in the camera. What? Wait, stand right there. Go back to where you were. Yeah, go back to where you were. Go back to where you were. You're in it.
A minute? For real? Like how much of me?
Your entire head right here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
My fault.
If we want to watch, I'm just going to go this side.
OBA community, welcome.
Do you have chess?
Yeah.
Okay, I will look at you. I need grab some. Thanks, man. See you later. Love you.
Welcome to our 2023. Am I? Miss Fitch, are we ready down there? Okay. OBA community, welcome to our 2023 fall football senior night recognition. At halftime, we'll be recognizing our cross country and cheer student athletes. Our first senior football player is McGuire Arnold. His parents are Mark and Heather Arnold. He does football and baseball. His favorite verse is James 1, 2, and 3. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. God has taught McGuire through football to persevere through hard times. To lean on friends and God while life gets hard because he can't do it on his own. Coach says McGuire's been a consistent teammate that's battled through numerous injuries and challenges. He's matured into a hard worker, a no-excuses football player that has a positive attitude and strives to do his best. McGuire's sense of humor and selfless attitude make him a treasured teammate. McGuire Arnold. Our next senior is Nick Beckman. Nick's parents are Brad and Kim Beckman. He does football, track, and academic team. Nick attends and will graduate with courses from Oklahoma School of Science and Math, OAAC Freshman Scholar, recognition of outstanding leadership by the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Foundation. His verse is Matthew 6:26. Look at the birds of the air. They don't sow or reap or gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more valuable than they? He says that God has taught him through football that life's going to be challenging sometimes. God never promises a life free of suffering, and waking up sore, ready to go again, would not be possible without help. Coach says that Nick's been a very welcome addition to the OBA football family. He's been a ready student and hard worker, even while sometimes earning Coach Cheatham's ire. Nick plays very hard and is a consistent and dependable player on both sides of the football. He's a well-rounded student athlete and has been a joy to coach, and he'll do great things no matter where he goes. Nick Beckman. Our next senior is Corbin Burrell. Corbin's parents are Titus and Marissa Burrell. Does football, basketball, choir, the school musicals, and the student council chaplain this year. Athletically, he's also been a state track qualifier and a part of the district championship team last year. His verse is Psalms 118:24. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God has taught Corbin lessons on perseverance, brotherhood, teamwork, and humility through playing football. More importantly, he's used the coaches at OBA to pour into him and not only make him better at the game, but also make him a godly man. Corbin's made his mark on the team, Coach says, in his relatively short time at OBA. He has a deep faith and a quiet way about him that can make him a mystery to some. However, in the heat of competition and team meetings, Corbin has shown his love for his teammates and his desire to glorify God no matter what. Corbin Burrell. Our next senior is Thomas Campbell. His parents are Andy and Darla Campbell. He does football, basketball, baseball, track, band, and he's also an Eagle Scout. His favorite verse is Mark 9:43. And if your hand caused you to sin, cut it off. It's better to enter life crippled than two hands go to hell, the unquenchable fire. Well, God has taught him through this sport to be persistent and never give up when things get hard, because life isn't easy, and learning to persist will help in the future. God is the ultimate teacher and example of unwavering determination to overcome challenges and push beyond limits. God showcases the power of dedication, hard work, and resilience, constantly encouraging us to keep going. Victory lies not only in winning, but also in the relentless pursuit of dreams to become the best version of themselves, whether it's grueling practice, a tough competition, a collapsed lung, or even a moment of self-doubt. Coach says that Thomas has been a unique and thought-provoking personality on our team. Brings a different approach and needed diversity to our group of guys. Thomas has grown in so many ways the past 4 years. He's become a teammate that can be trusted and a friend that will make you laugh. We'll miss his original takes on just about any subject and his willingness to selflessly serve our team. Thomas Campbell. Our next senior is Elijah Chambers. Elijah's parent is Eva Chambers, and he does football and baseball. Was recognized for awards, 2021 Baseball Conference District Champs, 2022 Football District Champs, and the state semifinal game last year. His verse is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll make straight your paths. God has taught him through football that even when things are hard, you endure because there's always a better side to come. God's allowed me to play my senior year. He wanted to teach me to fight on through hard times, which have come and will come again. Coach says that Elijah has an encouraging spirit that makes him a good teammate. He's coachable and always plays hard. It's been awesome to see the growth through the challenges God has allowed in his young life. Elijah Chambers. Our next senior is Judd Cheatham. His parents are James and Samantha Cheatham. He does football, basketball, baseball, track, and powerlifting. He was recognized as all-district and all-area running back, all-conference catcher and infielder, and a 3-time state track qualifier. His verse is Philippians 4, 6, and 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. God has taught Judd through sport and his coaches how to persevere through difficult challenges that the world throws at him. He's also taught humility and how to represent Christ and glorify God through success and accomplishment. Coaches say that Judd's become a great student of the 8-man game, which is not easy being a football coach's son. However, Judd's extremely competitive and without a doubt the hardest working athlete that Coach Chaot has ever coached. He's become a more vocal leader and sets the tone for our football team on the field. His work ethic and stellar performance and leadership will be sorely missed. Judd Cheatham. Our next senior is Harrison Crow. And his brother Jackson Crow. Their parents are Steve and Margelle Crow. Harrison does football and golf. He was all-district linebacker last year. His verse is Philippians 4:6. Also, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. He says that football's taught him to persevere through trials and the day-to-day activities, even if you don't like the activities. It's taught him to do things with a happy heart. Coach says Harrison has grown a lot since coming to OBA. He's very coachable and respectful, which has allowed him to get the most out of his talents. Harrison has been one of the seniors that truly has become a student of the game. Jackson's favorite verse is James 1, 2 through 4. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you make trials of various kinds, for you know the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and the steadfastness will have its full effect. You may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. What God has taught him through the sport is that football's time nothing in life is worth doing will be easy. As Christians, we should never expect life to be easy, but must persevere through it all. Coach says that Jackson has matured a lot in his time at OBA. He's a good teammate and enjoys the fun side of being a part of a team. Jackson plays hard, is very competitive, in the toughest parts of the football field, the trenches. We'll miss his energy and passion for playing the game. Harrison and Jackson Crow. Our next senior is Ian Easton. Ian's parents are Chad and Julie Easton. He does track, band, all the musicals, student council, and academic team. He was awarded National Merit semifinalist earlier this fall. His verse is Romans 8:26. Likewise, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what to pray for as we ought, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us, groaning with too deep for words. God has taught him through football to endure through adversity, to do hard things, not for himself, but for his brothers. Do everything for the glory of God, and be content in every circumstance, whether on the field or in life. Coach says Ian has been the spiritual rock on the team. His enthusiasm and true kindness towards his teammates have been a great example for our younger athletes. Ian has truly shown you can play sports with great tenacity and grit and not compromise your values or your faith. We'll miss his hard work and his heart for other people. Ian has challenged me to be a better Christian coach. Ian Easton. Our next senior is Eli Lichty. Eli's parents are Chad and Holly Lichty, and he does football and basketball. His verse is 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Love is patient and kind. It does not envy or boast. It's not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they'll pass. For tongues, they'll cease. As for knowledge, it will pass. But love will endure. God has taught him how to persevere through difficult times through the sport of football. Coach says Eli has been a welcome addition to the team, has worked hard to have a successful senior season. He's stepped up in several ways to help the team. Eli's coachable and has responded to the opportunity to fill in and make plays. His positive attitude and willingness to learn have been a blessing to the team. Eli Lichty. final senior football player is Caleb Mendoza. His parents are Christy and Kevin Mendoza. He does football, basketball, golf, and tennis. Last year, he was OBA's Offensive Basketball Player of the Year. His verse is Psalms 119:105. Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light to my path. What God has taught him through football is how to embrace hardship and move on, although life is challenging sometimes. God will send challenges of all sorts, but it's about how we can persevere through it. Coach says Caleb's worked hard and been very coachable. He's quickly become a valuable part of our team. He has a willingness to learn and competitive desire that will help him to develop a really good football player in a short time. We will miss Caleb's influence and leadership. OBA community, the OBA football seniors class of 2023. They're very likely the most successful class. They will have the most wins of any OBA students going through their high school time.
Good evening, OBA community. Welcome to OBATrojans.tv. It's senior night here at Oklahoma Bible Academy in Enid, Oklahoma, where your OBA Trojans, sitting at 7-1, poised to clinch a district championship tonight, take on the Bronx from Kremlin, Hillsdale. Just had the coin toss. We'll be kicking off momentarily here. Cool evening in Enid. The temperature dropped and it feels like football season now because it is cold outside. Folks are bundled up. You see the stocking caps and gloves for the first time of the season. Fairly stiff breeze blowing out of the north. Kremlin will start playing with that breeze at their back. The Bronx all set for the kickoff there, as you can see. Trojans will defend the south end zone and play into the wind in the first period. As we prepare to kick off here, Kremlin comes in with a record of 0-8. Some tough breaks this season for the Broncos, losing some close ones. As you might be able to see across the field, not a lot of subs over there on the bench. I think Kremlin only has 9 boys out tonight, which could prove to be a tough situation for them. So the opening kickoff goes onside and fails to go the full 10 yards. So the Trojans will take the ball where it stopped, and that's in their own territory at the 45-yard line. Between the 45 and the 46, OBA will take over. As I stated, it is senior night tonight. Multiple seniors this year on the OBA football team. Unfortunately, several of them are over here on the sidelines wearing street clothes. Cheatham drops back to pass the first ball. He's got Chambers deep. Chambers makes the catch at the 20. 15 down at the 14-yard line. Elijah Chambers makes the catch and brought down just inside the 15-yard line. So the Trojans come out throwing to start things off here in the first period. A little bit against character there. Caught Kremlin off guard. Put that ball up for the tight end, Elijah Chambers, one of our seniors. One of 11 seniors this year for OBA. Kind of a large number for an 8-man football program. One of the largest classes we've ever had. Cheatham back to pass again. Again, look for Chambers over the middle. Touchdown OBA! Second play of the game. Elijah Chambers, touchdown. Cheatham to Chambers. And the Trojans strike quickly and are on the board with just over 30 seconds gone here in the first period. Fans still streaming into the bleachers here on senior night. And the Trojans are already on the board, scoring on 2 passing plays to the senior number 5, Elijah Chambers. Trojans will line up for the 2-point conversion. Cheatham takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Nick Beckman. Grinds his way forward. And the 2-point conversion is good. Nick Beckman, senior offensive lineman, given a chance to carry the ball here tonight on senior night. He pounds it in for 2 Trojan points, making the score OBA 8, Kremlin 0. Quick strike offense for OBA, getting us underway. As I was saying, 11 seniors for the Trojans. We did have a false start on that play, so that 2-point conversion will not be good. We're going to have to play that one over. So they're going to back it up to the 8-yard line and try it again. So Cheatham takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking to pass. Looking into the end zone, pass is complete. So number 50, Jackson Crow, another offensive lineman, given the opportunity to touch the ball tonight here on senior night. Crow hauls it in for a 2-point conversion, so now we have to wonder if Beckman will get the ball again maybe later in the game. But the Trojans jump out first, quick and early. There's 11:26 to go in the first period. So the Trojans will huddle up and prepare for a kickoff just 34 seconds into the game, and they're on the board. Nice crowd here tonight for the OBA Trojans in their final regular season home game. OBA Cheer Squad hosted the OBA Junior Cheer Camp this week, and those little ladies will be performing at halftime with the varsity cheerleaders, so that'll be a lot of fun. So a lot of families here to support their younger daughters, their elementary school age daughters who participated in Junior Cheer Camp today. So set to kick off senior Eli Lichty, and he's going to send that deep. And that's going to hit the ground, takes a hop, stops about the 20, scooped up about the 21, and immediately brought down. Senior Judd Cheatham on special teams makes the tackle at the 20-yard line, maybe just outside the 20, might be close to the 21.
Number 10, Judd Cheatham. First down and 10, Kremlin. Ball is going to be spotted at the Bronx 20-yard line.
That was Leighton Cartmel on the return there. And so here comes Kremlin on offense for the first time. One receiver wide to each side of the formation. And there's going to be a false start on that one. A lot of movement there before the snap. Chase Pirtle was in motion for the Bronx. Freshman Tyler Smith was in there at quarterback. 6-foot freshman. A lot of youngsters out there for the Bronx. They've had some injury issues this year. A whole lot of street clothes over there on the bench, and looks like no subs. So they might just have the 8 players here tonight. So again, motion. Pirtle with the pass over the middle, and that falls incomplete. Sorry, Tyler Smith in there at quarterback. Pass falls incomplete. That was intended for junior Devlin Cartmel, and it falls incomplete. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Bronx. So again, tight end, 2 wide receivers for Kremlin. No one in the backfield with Smith. Crow immediately applies pressure. They're all over him. He's going to be brought down at the 2-yard line. That's going to be Nick Beckman. Crow applied the pressure, caused the quarterback to try and spin and roll out, and he spun right into the arms of senior Nick Beckman to make the stop, and that's going to be at the 2-yard line. So now Kremlin's deep in their own territory. It's going to be 3rd and probably 25 or 30. Long way to go for Kremlin to get the first down here. Kremlin's looked to go to the air on every play. I can't imagine they would do that here in this situation. I would think they would try and just get some yards and get some space. They do actually throw it out to the flat. It's going to be Cartmel, the tight end, and he's going to get it back out to the 10, so it gives him a little bit of breathing room with a little bit of space between the line of scrimmage and the goal line. So 4th and 20 from the 10-yard line. As the Bronx come up to the line of scrimmage, they look like they're in an offensive formation. They don't look like they're set to punt. And they are. They're going to throw it. It's going to be a pattern right down the sideline and broken up by the sophomore Liam Berry. Smart play there from Lee, and you intercept that ball, and you're out at the 40-yard line. You let it, you just knock it down, and you get the ball at the 10. So nice exchange there of yardage. Heads-up play there from the sophomore Liam Berry. So the Broncos turnover on downs, And OBA will take over at the 10. So they've granted OBA pretty amazing field position here with 9:49 to go in the first period here on senior night at OBA Commitment Field. Cheatham comes out wide to the near side. Chambers wide to the far side. Liam Berry in there at quarterback. He's going to swing it out to Cheatham, and it's going to fall incomplete. That might have been a lateral. He might have thrown that ball backwards. And they're going to mark that as a fumble out of bounds. So it was a negative yardage play. They lost about 6 yards on that play. They might have been setting up the double pass on that one to Cheatham. So that ball's going to be back on the 15, making it second and goal from the 15-yard line. That pass got away from sophomore quarterback Liam Berry as he tried to get it out to the senior all-purpose player Judd Cheatham. Ian Easton comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Lichty. Lichty grinding for yards across the goal line. Touchdown, Eli Lichty. Number 9, the senior. Eli Lichty playing his first season of varsity football for the Trojans. Has done a great job filling in multiple positions, dealing with injuries, and moving from spot to spot. He's played at least 2 positions on offense and I think 2 or 3 on defense. So great job. The senior gets into the end zone on senior night. Number 9, Eli Lichty, his first touchdown at the varsity level. So congratulations, Eli, on that one. Nick Beckman in the backfield again for the Trojans next to Cheatham. I would imagine this is going to be Nick's turn to pound the ball into the end zone. They do hand it off to him. He's met immediately but keeps churning forward. Not going to get there. Nick Beckman is denied the 2-point conversion again. So no good on the 2-point conversion. But the Trojans cash in again, making the score 14-8. 9:39 to go here in the first period. So the Trojans set to kick off for their second kickoff of the night. You might notice a lot of pink out there. A few of the OBA players donning some pink socks and various things around the stadium. Cheerleaders wearing pink tonight. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the OBA students support Project 31, a breast cancer awareness association here in northwest Oklahoma. So Lichty set to kick off, and he kicks it off. Going to be fielded right inside the 20-yard line. Going to have a little bit of return here across the 20, trying to get to the sideline. Now he backtracks and is going to be brought down inside the 20. So that return is stopped for a loss, actually, and is going to be, the ball is going to be just inside the 20. The nose of the ball might be on the 20-yard line, but it's going to be first down Kremlin at the 20-yard line. So the Kremlin offense looking to make a bigger dent than they did in their first possession. Smith in there at quarterback, 3 receivers wide to the near side, 1 on the far side, looking to spread out this OBA defense and hopefully find some gaps. Swing out here to the flat, and that's going to fall incomplete. The freshman Smith trying to swing that out to Pirtle, and it falls incomplete. Chase Pirtle is a sophomore for Kremlin, so a lot of freshmen and sophomore out there on the field for Kremlin. And you always have to look at that as a positive note for the future of a team, because those younger players are getting some pretty valuable varsity experience this season. So here come the Broncs again. 2nd and 10. Again, 4 receivers out in the formation. Beckman and Crow are in there on Smith almost immediately and get a deflection on the pass. Lichty tried to get in there and get a hand on it and maybe haul in the interception, but could not do so. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Kremlin Hillsdale. Kremlin Hillsdale 0-8 on the season, so obviously that means no wins in district play. Your Broncos sitting at 7-1, undefeated in district play and poised to clinch a district title if they can pull this game out here tonight. 9:24 here in the first quarter. Kremlin with 3rd and 10. Smith in the backfield, 4 receivers. Smith looking to pass, and that's going to fall incomplete.
Incomplete pass again. Intended for number 58, Cartmel. Brings up 4th down.
Pass intended for the tight end, Cartmel. And it falls short at his feet, and so that would have been a really hard ball to catch. Trojan defense was up to the task. They were there, so even if the catch would have been pulled in, it would have been short of the first down. So here comes Kremlin again. Looks like their offense is on the field, pretty deliberate in their attack. Their philosophy on 4th down, they're going for it. So 4th and 10, 4 receivers out in the formation. Smith back to pass. Crow all over him almost immediately. Beckman makes chase. Smith makes the pass, slips through the fingers of Cartmel. He would have fielded that at about the 28, so he probably would have been about a yard and a half shy of the first down anyway, barring a yards after catch situation. But that ball falls incomplete, so the Trojans will take over. 20-yard line, 1st and 10 in the red zone for the OBA Trojans, already leading 14-0 with 9:14 to go here in the first half. So here comes the Trojan offense. Cheatham in there at quarterback, Lichty in the backfield. Easton wide to the right. Easton comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Easton coming around the near edge. Lichty gets a block. Easton runs into the back of him, but grinds it forward. That's going to be enough for a Trojan first down at the 10-yard line.
Ian Easton on the carry. 5-yard gain on the play. Making a stop for the Bronx. Number 22, Bertle. And number 17, Adrian Maddox.
So that'll be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line for the Trojans.
First down and goal.
Hand off to Easton again, going around the other edge this time. Again, Lichty out front. Easton cuts it inside. Touchdown, OBA. Ian Easton, the senior, number 12, into the end zone for OBA. Easton's gotten his share of touchdowns this year. Most of the touchdowns have been hogged by Judd Cheatham, but Ian Easton has been a workhorse for this OBA offense, grinding out a lot of hard yards and punching in some short distant touchdowns. And so he adds another one to his tally for the season, and OBA increases their lead by 6. Still here in the first period. It is 20-0, 8:36 to go. McGuire Arnold in there at running back, Cheatham at the quarterback. He's going to hand off to Arnold. He's going to take it around the right end, and he strolls into the end zone. 2-point conversion, good. McGuire Arnold onto the board for OBA. And yet another senior. Looks like the Trojans are focusing in on their seniors tonight. They're handling the ball on just about every play. We haven't seen a lot of carries for any underclassmen. Liam Berry usually more involved in the offense other than to just hand it off. But Liam Berry is a sophomore, and it is senior night here at OBA. And so looks like we're going to have a steady diet of the OBA seniors for the remainder of this game, or at least the remainder of this quarter, as we've seen Crow take a pass. Beckman's carried the ball twice. Lichty with a touchdown. Easton with a touchdown. And now McGuire Arnold punches in a 2-point conversion. So OBA leads 22-0, 8:36 to go here in the first period. Big day tomorrow for the OBA cross-country guys. They qualified for the state tournament last week in the regional tournament, which was hosted here at OBA on Commitment Course. Just south of the football field is the OBA cross-country course, one of the best ones in the area, and pretty regularly OBA gets to host a regional cross-country meet. And last Saturday, Class 3A and 4A cross-country regionals were hosted here, so hundreds and hundreds of kids were on campus. Lichty set to kick off, and he sends that deep once again. This one's going to be fielded about the 10, bobbled on the ground, picked up at the 8, back out across the 10. Nice move there, and he carries it out across the 15-yard line. It'll be first down Kremlin at the 16. But lots of teams here on campus last weekend running cross country on the commitment course, but your OBA men's cross country team finished second at regionals and thusly qualifying for the state tournament. Highly ranked and now one of the favorites coming up tomorrow at state. Who knows how that will work out. The conditions will be quite different tomorrow. Rain is expected in Edmond, where the meet will be held at Edmond Santa Fe High School. And it will be quite a bit cooler than it was last weekend. So maybe that'll work to the Trojans' advantage tomorrow in the cross-country meet. Smith back to pass, swings it out to the flat. It is caught out across the 20. Ball's on the ground. Crow forces the fumble and then recovers. First down Trojans at the 16-yard line. Jackson Crow out there in coverage, makes the tackle, punches the ball loose, and then pounces on it. So first down OBA. Nice play from the senior, number 50, Jackson Crow. So here comes the Trojan offense. Their fourth drive of the night. All three of their previous drives have proved fruitful. Cheatham rolls out to his right, has the option, but he turns it upfield, and that'll be a one-play drive. Touchdown OBA, Judd Cheatham doing what Judd Cheatham does, and that's scoring touchdowns. Looked like an option play. He had the option to pitch it out to Easton, but a hole a mile wide opened up for him, so he planted his right foot and turned it upfield. Touchdown OBA. And I'm guessing you can sense the theme of the night so far. It's going to be senior night and it's going to be OBA's night as they go up 28-0 with still 8:15 to go here in the first period. So going for two. Beckman back in the backfield, so I'm guessing we're going to keep trying this till Nick Beckman gets in the end zone. Hand off to Beckman. He goes to the right, pounds it forward into the end zone. Senior Nick Beckman. So the senior O lineman featured this week in the Enid newspaper. A nice article about Nick and his academic standards, his experiences here at Oklahoma Bible Academy. So it's always fun to let a senior handle the ball who doesn't normally get to do that. And an offensive lineman does not usually get to do that. So Nick Beckman carrying the ball in for 2 points for OBA. That'll make the score OBA 30, Kremlin 0. 8:15 to go here in the first period. As we move from our fall sports schedule into the winter, it's now late October. It's almost the end of the month. And as football season continues, we've wrapped up fast pitch softball season and volleyball season, and cross country will wrap up tomorrow. And so the rest of our sports will kind of transition into the winter season. Girls basketball has already started full-fledged practices. They have their first scrimmage coming up on Monday night as a team from Olive, Oklahoma comes over and will scrimmage your OBA Lady Trojans. Lady Trojans coming off a 24-4 state tournament appearance last year and are hungry for more. So come on out and support the Lady Trojans on Monday after school. And that will be a fair catch at the 15-yard line, and Kremlin will take over on first down. Guys basketball also doing some workouts. Not a lot of guys out there just yet because most of the guys that we'll see come basketball season here on OBATrojans.tv, you're seeing right now in football season, they're out there in pads and helmets, and so tougher chore for the basketball team to kind of get ready for basketball season because most of them are still in football mode. But at the end of football season, so hopefully that won't happen for several weeks, but when football season wraps up, these guys will make the transition to basketball for the winter months. So here come the Broncs. Smith in there at quarterback. Multiple receivers out in the formation, no running backs in the backfield. So snap goes to Smith. He immediately swings it out to the flat. Andrew Campbell there slows him down, and then a slew of Broncos make the tackle. Looks like Eli Lichty finished the play off. Andrew Campbell did a nice job of containing, keeping the receiver inside, not giving him the edge. So a short game. That might be, I'm not keeping copious stats over here, but that might be Kremlin's first play for positive yardage, as that'll bring up 2nd and about 8.5. We'll just go ahead and give it 2nd and 8. Man coming in motion in front of Smith. Now 3 receivers to the near side. Smith looking over the middle, looking for his tight end, and that is complete, and that's going to be another positive yardage play, about 2 yards there on 2nd down, bringing up 3rd and about 6 for the Kremlin Hillsdale Broncs.
Looks to be about a 2-yard pickup on the play.
So 3rd and 6 for Kremlin. You have to admire these young men for Kremlin. Only 8 guys out there in uniform tonight. No subs on the bench. That's a tough situation to be in, but these 8 guys out there putting in the work anyway, and so that's something to be respected right there. Especially when you consider OBA has 11 seniors. That's quite the difference. So Smith will take the snap. Again, man in motion. Again, looking over the middle. That's going to be complete for a 1st down and then some. So 1st down Kremlin out to the 47-yard line.
And the effort is good for a Bronc 1st down and 10.
So on this particular night, OBA far outnumbers their opponent. But there have been many times OBA has been the other end of that equation, especially in the last few years. OBA was playing 11-man football 3 years ago. The OBA bench would have 2 or 3 guys over here on the sideline, and you'd look across the field and there'd be a team with 25 or 30 subs, and so it was a very different situation. The shoe was definitely on the other foot. The pass is complete. Going to be positive yardage as they bring the ball out to about, we're going to say, the 43-yard line. McQuinn Baker with the reception there for the Broncs. 2nd and 5 for Kremlin. So Kremlin manning a little bit of a drive here. Starting inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line, out past the 40 now. Snap to Smith. He's put under pressure, and that ball is going to be intercepted by Cheatham. He's now moving the other direction, and off goes Judd Cheatham. He's dancing around looking for traffic, and he just makes his way out of bounds.
Interception on the play by number 10, Judd Cheatham.
So Judd Cheatham with the interception. Had the return. On another night, you might have seen Judd Cheatham maybe try and force a few more yards out of that return, or maybe even hope for a touchdown, but Judd was a little conservative on that return. So here come the Trojans. Judd Cheatham under center. McGuire Arnold in there. Eli Lichty handoff to Easton. He comes around the near edge. Lichty with a nice spring block gets Easton a lot of room to run, and he's brought down about the 13-yard line. So nice run there from the senior Ian Easton. Clock continues to run. 5:37 to go here in the first period at Commitment Field. Again, a cool night here on the Southern Plains. Feels like football weather. Finally, it's 50 degrees out there and a nice north breeze blowing, northwest. So blowing into the Trojans' face here in the first quarter. Cheatham under center. Easton goes in motion. They hand it off to Ian Easton again. Lichty again out front blocking. Easton tries to get around the edge. Cuts it up inside. Touchdown, Ian Easton and the OBA Trojans. Easton with his 2nd touchdown of the night as the senior getting his share of the load tonight and carrying the Trojans to the end zone. 4:57 to go. Your OBA Trojans lead 36-0. So Trojans come back on. OBA, I don't think, has kicked an extra point all year long. It's been 2-point conversions all season. Liam Berry in there at quarterback. Snap to Berry. He's going to swing it out wide to Cheatham. It's going to be a double pass looking into the end zone to Nick Beckman. Pretty sure that was the pass, the double pass they were trying to run earlier that fell incomplete. So Cheatham stepped backwards from the line of scrimmage. The pass from Berry was a lateral. And then Cheatham finds the senior, number 68, Nick Beckman, with his first reception in a varsity uniform, coming here on senior night at Commitment Field. If you're an OBA student and you're sitting at home watching the live stream at home, it's not too late. You could head up here to OBA, because as soon as the game's over, OBA will be starting their 5th quarter celebration in the Centennial Gym. It'll be inside, so if you're staying home because it's cold, come on up to campus. And the 5th quarter will be taking place in the Centennial Gym as soon as the game concludes. There's some inflatables up in there, and all kinds of games are set up. Come up and have some fun with your friends. Get up here to campus and enjoy some Friday night activities. So all set to kick off here for OBA. And Lichty lets it fly. So that ball's fielded on the run at the 20-yard line, cuts out to the 25, now picks his way across the 30, knocked forward by McGuire Arnold, but the tackle is made at about the 31-yard line for Kremlin Hillsdale. OBA going to work some subs into the lineup at this point. Aiden Klingenpeel out there. Looks like Ethan Ash is out there for his first action of the night. Freshman Jacoby Justice is in there, number 52. So Coach Kayak giving some of his younger players some varsity experience here tonight. Number 20, Lucas Olson out there. A swing pass out to the far side. Jacoby Justice grabs him by the shoelace. Klingenpeel, and looks like Andrew Campbell in there to finish the play off. That'll bring up 2nd and 4. 6-yard gain there for the Broncs. 4:30 to go here in the first period. Your Broncos lead 38-0. So Smith brings the Broncs up to the line. Snaps rolled up there. McGuire Arnold in there in a hurry along with Klingenpeel, and so he's just going to have to take a knee. The snap didn't get to him. It was on the ground. And so they had to take a knee and avoid a possible turnover there.
Looks to be right at a 3rd down and 10. If Coach Cummins and the OBA cross-country team, the boys cross-country team,
Some other scores from around Class B. O'Keene is leading Canton 28-0. Southwest Covenant leads Wacomas 26-2. Ringwood and Garber are tied up at 6-all in the second period, so that's a defensive battle. McGuire Arnold makes a nice play to get inside. The pass is completed out there, but it's going to be for no gain. Baker again with his second reception of the night, but it was pretty much I think it was set up to be like a bubble screen. The pass was just parallel to the line of scrimmage, so no gain there on the play as the Trojan defense swarmed on Baker as soon as he caught the ball. Other district action, Cherokee's leading Pond Creek Hunter 20-16 still in the first quarter there at Cherokee. So 4th down, and has been the habit, Kremlin is lined up to go for it. McGuire Arnold gets a jump around the edge. They're going to throw it deep. Andrew Campbell in coverage, and that ball falls incomplete. I think it was out of bounds when it finally got out there. McGuire Arnold doing a good job getting around the guard here on this near end of the line and hurrying that throw. So that'll be a turnover on downs for OBA. Easton comes in motion. Cheatham hands it off to Lichty. He blasts over the right edge. Still going, still going. Eli Lichty churning his legs inside the 10. Brought down about the 6-yard line. Nice run from number 9, Eli Lichty. First down, OBA. 2:17 to go here in the first period. Trojans on the march once again. 7 points would put them at 45 points. As the clock continues to run, 1:58 to go here in the second period. So coming off the near edge, Ian Easton. He's going to get around the end pretty easily. Touchdown, Ian Easton. The senior National Merit Scholar finalist with his 3rd touchdown of the night. Cruises around the end of the offensive line, gets around the edge of the defense, and slides smoothly into the end zone. Delightful play there from the Trojan senior. Crow in the backfield now. I'd anticipate a handoff to number 50. He's going to blast around the end. 2-point conversion is good. Jackson Crow now with his second 2-point conversion of the night. That'll make the score OBA 46, Kremlin Hillsdale 0. We'll be right back on OBATrojans.tv. So Lichty with the kickoff again. Here come Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx. Again, have to emphasize the respect for these Bronx from Kremlin Hillsdale. No subs over there on the bench. But they continue to scrap and play hard. And that in and of itself is worthy of respect tonight here at Commitment Stadium. So here come the Bronx, 1:27 to go here in the first period. Lots of subs in there for the Trojans at this point. Ethan Ash, Lucas Olson, both in there. McGuire Arnold. And clean pass is completed. Going to be Arnold in there with the tackle. It's going to be a first down Kremlin, brought down at the 48-yard line. First down Bronx. Aiden Klingenpill in there applying pressure to the quarterback, but couldn't quite get there before Smith released the pass. So first down for Kremlin. Klingenpill and Ian Burnett in there on the D-line along with McGuire Arnold. Looks like Jacoby Justice and Lucas Olson in there at linebacker for OBA. Snap is low. McGuire Arnold's in there quick, and the pass falls incomplete. Trojan D-line just flying through the offensive line of the Bronx and applying pressure to Smith. He has nowhere to go with that. .52 seconds left to go here in the first period as your OBA Trojans are rolling. There's no other way to put it tonight. 4 receivers out in the formation for Kremlin. Smith in the backfield by himself. Takes the snap on target. Agun McGuire Arnold in there under pressure. This is intercepted by Ethan Ash at the 40, across the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Ethan Ash. Number 88 with the interception takes it all the way back to the house. And that's going to come back. Personal foul, roughing the passer. It was 48. It was. We only needed one more touch. Okay. That's right. That's right. So that'll nullify the touchdown from Ash. Great play from number 88, Ethan Ash. Roughing the passer before the interception. So that'll be first down Kremlin. Shovel pass right in there. Going to be positive yardage. Jacoby Justice sticks his nose in there and makes the tackle.
Number 52, Jacoby Justice on the stop. Brings up second down and 5.
So the freshman, Jacoby Justice, getting his first varsity tackle there on that play. Again, pressure applied by Klingenpiel. Pass is complete. So Justice again, right there, man on the spot. The pass is completed. Justice with the tackle. Ian Burnett also there on the play. So that'll wind the clock. The end of the first quarter. Your Trojans lead 46-0 here at Commitment Field. Big thanks to our sponsors, in this case Janssen GMC, the sponsor of tonight's live stream. Without our corporate sponsors, OBA Athletics would not be possible. The athletic budget is not included in the general budget. Tuition does not cover the cost of athletics. Our corporate sponsors generously give to OBA so that we can have things like a football team and a basketball team. And so we are always very grateful to our corporate sponsors. Janssen GMC sponsoring the live stream. No Man's Land Beef Jerky, Atwoods, Forvis, all kinds of companies give towards OBA. And OBA is tremendously thankful. Security Bank, one of those sponsors. So we like to thank our sponsors for supporting OBA athletics. Too many to list in one sitting. We'll try and sprinkle a mention in for all of them as we get through the course of the game. Skyway Honda.
And the boys cross-country team on their qualification for the state cross-country meet taking place tomorrow. The boys will compete at
So the quarter turns over, and immediately a pass there from the Bronx. Brought down Jacoby Justice, flying all over the field now. He's kind of gotten comfortable out there. I'm guessing as a freshman there were probably some nerves at the beginning of the game, knowing that he was going to be starting tonight at center for the first time in his varsity career. But he's definitely feeling good now. He's flying all over the field, making tackles like a crazy man. So Jacoby Justice has settled in nicely on the defensive side of the ball. So here come the Bronx, first down. Pass to Smith out to the flat. Pass is complete. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain there. So Kremlin moving the ball in positive yardage. After a rough start, they've really kind of settled in here on offense and are consistently having plays with positive yardage. Second and 8 for Kremlin. Some valuable experience and valuable minutes being gained by some younger Trojan players tonight. Smith out to pass again, looking to the flat. Comes right up into the middle and runs into traffic. Ian Burnett in there on the tackle.
tackle for the Trojans made by number 70, Ian Burnett.
So the clock continues to run, 10-12 to go in the second period as we wind our way towards halftime. Your Trojans lead 46-0 here in their final home game of the regular season. If the Trojans can pull out this victory, they will clinch a district championship and thusly a home playoff game, the first round of the playoffs. Flushed out of the pocket by Klingenpeel, going to dance out of bounds before taking the hit. Trojans everywhere trying to make the stop there. Andrew Campbell was the closest one to him when he went out of bounds. That'll bring up fourth down for Kremlin. Fourth and about 8 for the Bronx. Nice job by Klingenpeel getting into the backfield and flushing the quarterback before the play could really develop. Bronx taking their time getting the play in as the play clock is winding. So snap to Smith again. Klingenpeel into the backfield. Smith rolls to his right, throws it for the end zone. Nice play there. Ethan Ash avoids contact, gets around the receiver and bats the ball down. That'll be a turnover on downs. Nice play there from Ash. That ball was right inside the 5-yard line, so if he intercepts that ball and gets tackled, it's Trojans' ball inside the 5. But instead, by batting it down, they're going to get the ball out at around the 25. So heads-up play there from number 88, Ethan Ash. So here come the Trojan offense. Liam Berry with the handoff to Lichty. Lichty gets around the far edge, and he's off to the races. Takes off running, brought down at about the 47-yard line after a nice, about a 20-yard run from the senior number 9, Eli Lichty. There's a flag on the play. So the indication is a hold, so that play will come back. march it off from the spot of the foul.
After the penalty, the Trojans will have a first down and 12.
So 1st and 12. Again, that penalty was marked off from the spot of the foul, not the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 12 for the Trojans. 9:23 to go here in the first period. Barry in there at quarterback. Campbell comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Andrew Campbell. He's going to get around the edge, have positive yardage. Cuts it up inside. Across, brought down right on the 40-yard line. Nice run there from AC. Andrew Campbell, Eli Lichty with a nice spring block there to give him space to run. So that'll be first down Trojans at their own 40-yard line. I think this is the first Trojan drive that has started in their own territory. The rest of them have been in Kremlin Hillsdale territory. So first down at the 40 for OBA, 8:58 to go in the second period. Right now that offensive line is anchored by Jacoby Justice, Ian Burnett, and Lucas Olson in there at the guards. Snap goes to Barry, handoff to Campbell again. He's trying to get around the far edge. Trenton Young out there blocking, and Campbell's finally brought down after about an 8-yard gain. Number 35, Trenton Young, seeing his first action of the night. Another one of those Trojan freshmen, gaining some valuable minutes out here. School the sizes of the size of OBA and Kremlin, there aren't really JV games, and so some of these younger players sometimes don't get a lot of game minutes. They get a lot of reps in practice maybe, but they don't get a lot of game minutes. So Trenton Young getting some minutes here tonight. So here come the Trojan offense. Liam Barry in there at quarterback, Campbell and Lichty in the backfield. So Barry's going to keep this one. He's a lot of traffic, dances forward. He'll get across the 50, and so that'll be a first down after about a 3-yard gain for the sophomore, number 1, Liam Barry.
Tackle made for the Bronx by number 88, Gavin Nakvinda. Crosses midfield.
Number 80, Benjamin Burrell in there for the Trojans. Coming in there for Nathaniel Barney. Again, getting some subs in there for OBA on senior night. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. So Barry rolls out to his left. He's going to keep that, get around the left edge. Going to be positive yardage, maybe a 4-yard gain for Liam Barry before being forced out of bounds. So once again, here comes the Trojan offense. Looks like Trenton Young in there at fullback now. And they're going to hand it to Trenton Young. He gets over the left edge. It's going to be a first down Trojans. Young still going. First down OBA. Trenton Young with the carry.
Number 35, Trenton Young on the carry. And that effort is good for an OBA first down and 10.
Nice run there from the freshman, Trenton Young. It's like number 64, Wiley Lenz getting in there for Lucas Olson. Wiley Lenz will be in there at tackle. And Ethan Ash coming in for McGuire Arnold. So Coach Kayot shuttles the play in to quarterback Liam Barry. So it's going to be a handoff to Young right up the middle. He stood up almost immediately, so maybe a yard there for Trenton Young.
Trenton Young again on the carry. 1-yard gain on the play. Brought down by Cartmel. Make that a 2-yard pickup on the play. Second down and 8.
Trojans being very deliberate in their time here, just letting the clock run, trying to get down to halftime. 5:45 to go here in the second quarter. What amounts to the Trojans freshman team, with the exception of sophomore Liam Berry, out there on the field right now. Hand her off to Andrew Campbell, and he will get some positive yardage as well. Campbell not a freshman as well. Campbell and Berry, the only two out there that aren't freshmen. More subs coming in for OBA. Number 77, Judah Reese, in for the Trojans, coming in for some offensive line duty. I think with that substitution, the Trojans have emptied the bench. Everyone's gotten at least a couple of plays in. So Reese will be on the offensive line at right guard, it looks like. So Berry in under center. Takes the snap from Justice, hands off to Campbell. Campbell gets around the right edge. Still going. Positive yardage gain, brought down at about the 11-yard line. Andrew Campbell on the carry. You can definitely spot Andrew when he runs around out there. He's the one wearing the bright pink socks here on Breast Cancer Awareness Night at Commitment Field. Clock continues to run. 4:35 to go in the first half. Coach K out, the Trojan coaching staff taking their time, shuttling plays in, using all of the play clock.
If all mini cheerleaders, once again, the mini cheerleaders could report to the north gate, the north end zone gate.
So here comes Berry in the Trojan offense. Campbell and Young in the backfield. It's going to be handoff to Andrew Campbell. Big hole there. Cuts it back up inside and is stopped by the Kremlin defense. Kremlin defense stiffening here as we near the end of the second quarter. Trojans taking their time, trying to run the play clock all the way down here and use as much time as they can with 3:15 to go in the first half. Berry shuttles the play in from the sideline. Again, we have Trenton Young in the backfield. Andrew Campbell comes out in the slot to the right. Berry under center. Campbell comes in motion. There's the snap. Hand off to Young up the middle, grinding forward and stopped after a short gain. As the clock continues to roll with 2:45 to go.
That the remaining portion of our senior night activities will conclude at the end of the first half with the recognition of the senior cheerleaders and the cross-country runners. So please make sure to stick around and honor these OBA students who have represented our school and our community well.
So here come the Trojans. 2:12 to go in the first half. Tight formation here. They're going to hand it to Andrew Campbell around the far edge. He's going to get the edge. Touchdown OBA. Andrew Campbell punches one in. That'll be 6 more points for OBA. Making the score OBA 52, Kremlin Hillsdale 0. So he of the pink socks is able to slide into the end zone as smooth as cotton candy. See what I did there, pink, cotton candy. Touchdown, Andrew Campbell and the OBA Trojans. 2:03 to go in the first half. Liam Berry brings the offense up to the line. I'm guessing a handoff to Trenton Young. No, Liam's going to keep this one. Head for the far edge, try and get there, and punches in the 2-point conversion. Liam Berry gets it in for the Trojans, making the score Kremlin Hillsdale 0, the OBA Trojans 54. As we are on the downhill slide towards halftime. So again, just a reminder, if you happen to be in Edmond tomorrow, you can hop over to Edmond Santa Fe High School on the corner of Santa Fe and Kelly, and you can help support those OBA cross-country runners who will be running in the Class 3A state cross-country meet at Edmond Santa Fe High School. That'll be going on tomorrow morning. Should be a little chilly, so wear your sweater. There might be a little rain, so maybe take an umbrella. But the guys will be out there running, given that they're all trying to bring yet another cross-country state championship home to OBA. OBA has several cross-country state championships to their name. So the Trojans always a powerful force to be reckoned with in the world of cross-country here in the state of Oklahoma. Cross-country runners led by senior Brendan Tubbs will be trying to better their result from regional. They finished second in regionals to Hooker, and they are two of the favorites tomorrow at the state meet, so maybe the Trojans' day will be tomorrow and they can bring home a state championship. Good luck to the cross-country team. So there's the kickoff. That's going to go out of bounds. We're going to have a flag, and Kremlin will have the ball at the 35-yard line with 2:03 to go in the game. We did see in the last game Garber elected to have OBA re-kick several times when kicks went out of bounds. I don't think that's the case here tonight. It looks like Kremlin's just going to take the ball on the 35, and it actually paid off a couple of times for Garber. When the ball went out of bounds, they made him re-kick, and then they fielded that kick and got it out across the 50. So first down Kremlin at the 35. 2:03 to go in the first half. Steady breeze blowing. Now it's blowing pretty much out of the east, so it's kind of blowing across the field instead of into the face of the offense at this point. So rolling out to his right. Nice move. Cuts up inside. Now he's going to fire it down the far sideline. That's going to go quite a ways out of bounds, out of reach of the receiver. Baker was the intended receiver, but that's not going to be catchable, as it was a good 10 to 15 yards out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. Nice move there to avoid the sack from the freshman quarterback. Bright future for this Kremlin Hillsdale Bronco team. Several freshmen out there on the field and sophomores. So they'll have everybody back. Let's hope they can get everybody healthy that's unable to play tonight, and that would give them a little more depth. So here comes Smith in the offense. Looking to pass. It's going to be a screen pass, a drag route across the middle to Baker. He's going to make the catch. Forced out of bounds by freshman Ben Burrell, number 80. So nice play there from yet another freshman, getting out there and forcing the runner out of bounds. First down Kremlin at the 42-yard line as the clock continues to roll. 1:47 to go here in the first half. Smith in the backfield, two receivers on either side of the line. Pressure applied by McGuire Arnold. Is going to be a screen pass over the middle, and it is completed. Lucas Olson gets a hand on him but cannot bring him down, forces him out of bounds. That looked like Nathaniel Barney forcing the receiver out of bounds there. Nice play from yet another Trojan freshman, number 7, Nathaniel Barney. So once again, valuable experience being gained here. As we said earlier, not a lot of opportunities to play what larger schools would call a JV game. They don't get those, and so any minutes you can get in actual competition is a good thing for the Trojans' future, is getting some valuable experience for some of these freshman players. Nathaniel Barney making a nice play on that one. So 2nd and 2 for Kremlin, under a minute to go in the half. Trying the screen pass yet again. The Trojan line is just blasting through and getting to the quarterback almost immediately. Wiley Lentz was in the quarterback's lap almost as fast as the ball was. And so he had to unload that maybe a little bit sooner than he wanted to for the screen pass and could not hook up with his receiver. So 3rd and 2. Number 64, Wiley Lentz in there on the defensive line. Nathaniel Barney out there, Ben Burrell, several freshmen out there for the Trojans. It's going to be a swing pass out to the far side to Baker. Nice move. He squirts forward, and he's going to have positive yardage. First down, Kremlin, before he's forced out of bounds. So here comes Smith in the Kremlin offense. Sustaining a nice drive here late in the half. Snap goes to Smith. McGuire Arnold's in there quickly. He fires it deep down the sideline. He's got a man open, but he cannot haul it in. Got turned around while the ball was in the air. So cannot be pulled in. Nice throw there from Smith. Adrian Maddox, 5'7" sophomore, was the intended receiver. But that was thrown to his outside shoulder. I think Maddox was expecting it on the inside shoulder. Got a hand on it, but could not pull it in, so that one falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10 for Kremlin. Again, that drag route across the middle working well for Kremlin. That's going to be another first down there for Baker. Campbell with the tackle forces him out of bounds, stops the clock, and forced him out of bounds at the 26-yard line of Kremlin. That defensive line for the Trojan keeps just blasting through and pursuing the quarterback, which opens them up for that drag screen. So a little bit of a learning opportunity for some of those young Trojans out there. Learn how to read that offensive line. If they're just letting you go through, that could be an indicator that a screen pass is coming. Lentz in pursuit. McGuire Arnold in pursuit. And that's going to be the first sack of the night. McGuire Arnold. That's going to be called for a horse collar, though. A flag comes out with 26 seconds left in the half. Arnold dives to the quarterback and gets a hold of him by the back of the shoulder pads. They're going to call that for a horse collar tackle. I don't necessarily think that it was, but in a situation like this, they're going to call that.
Personal foul, horse collar penalty against the Trojans.
So with the personal foul call, that'll be an automatic first down as the official marches that one off and brings it down to about the 12-yard line. 26 seconds left. See if this young Bronco defense can stiffen up here and keep Kremlin out of the end zone before halftime and maintain the shutout. 2 receivers wide to the near side, 2 on the far side. I'd look for the tight end. He hadn't touched the ball in quite a while, and he got it a lot their first couple of possessions. So swing out to Baker once again. Forced out of bounds once again. So short 2-3-yard passes. What a lot of people would call, if you would see this in a college game or professional game, what a lot of people would call the West Coast offense. Not a lot of shots downfield, just 2, 3, 4-yard passes, quick routes to get positive yards. 11 seconds left as the play went out of bounds. The clock is stopped. 11 seconds left in the half. Trojans trying to hold on to this shutout going into halftime. 2 receivers again on each side of the line. So there's the snap. Smith rolling out to his right, looking across the middle. That pass is going to be complete, but he's brought down just shy of the goal line. They're going to stop the clock. 5 seconds left, so it looks like Kremlin will have one play to try and punch this thing in. 5 seconds to go here in the first half. So Smith at quarterback. Got to look for Baker out there. He's on the far side of the field, out by the touchdown cone. They're looking for him. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Kremlin, as they punch one in.
That's going to be a touchdown on reception by Cartmel.
That's Devlin Cartmel, the tight end. As Kremlin gets onto the board, your score now will be 54, Kremlin 6. So So here comes the Kremlin offense trying to punch in a 2-point conversion. There is no time left on the clock, so this is an untimed down. Smith back to pass. McGuire Arnold hurries it. And it's hauled in. 2-point conversion is good. At the end of the first half, the score is 54-8. And with that being the score at halftime, 54-8 is your score. That will enact the Oklahoma Mercy Rule, 45-point lead or more at halftime. And the OBA Trojans 54, the Kremlin Hillsdale 8. Trojans will be in action next week in the regular season finale at Pond Creek Hunter. As of right now, the Trojans have clinched a district championship and will host a home playoff game. And so you can look forward to that. The Trojans will play at least one more game here at Commitment Field come playoff time in 2 weeks when the playoffs kick off. So again, OBA cross-country team will be in action tomorrow at the state meet. OBA girls basketball in action Monday afternoon in their first scrimmage of the season, taking on Olive. So get out and support the Trojans. And thank you for tuning in tonight on OBATrojans.tv. Have a good night.